He was all he had for years.
We have him on Ritalin.
He flunked the ninth grade 3 times. Marshall and my sister would compete over who had the most pills.
This boy, he wanted to die.
Kim is his mother reincarnated.
Kim got pregnant.
You didn't even finish school, now you want to rap, you're going to be a white rapper, it's not going to work.
Black community said no to him.
He was sort of the white zebra.
You're not black, we don't want you here.
He needed a gimmick. I'm gonna start writing the craziest stuff that you could possibly imagine.
God, this is so good. Slim Shady was born.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
He was a very big mama's boy.
They fought like brother and sisters. You'd never believe that they was ever going to become intimately, get together.
I thought Marshall wasn't doing too bad in the beginning,
And I found him laying there in a pool of blood in the bathroom. Alcohol, the drugs, the drinking.
This boy, he wanted to die.
You could hear that there was some talent here. You could just hear it. This is too good not to happen.
Most tattoo shops are on the street in tourist trap areas, boardwalks and traffic, busy places where people walk up and down, and people usually get drunk and they go, hey, let's get a tattoo, and they just get tattooed to be tattooed, because it looks cool. My tattoo shop has no sign. I don't take any advertisements on the phone book, or I'm not listed. You got to get on a waiting list. You got to send a deposit before I even talk to someone. Once I get the deposit, I'll talk to them on the phone. If I'm feeling them, then I'll tattoo them. If I'm not feeling their attitude, I'm not feeling the type of person they are, I don't tattoo them. You got to know somebody to get tattooed from me. You come to me to get tattooed from my style of tattooing, not just to get a tattoo. So when you're getting something done from me, you're getting a little piece of my life on you. These guys don't come in here to get bright red and pink and blue tattoos, they come more for that blackish, greenish look, Yeah, my style of tattooing is a traditional Southern California style. It was invented down here and it's taken over the world, Black and gray style. People come to me for that style. Now it's real popular, but it's been here for 50 years, I don't just do regular tattoos, I'm into building images on somebody. I'll tell you what, I'm building entrepreneurs out of this tattoo shop. Some people just do tattoos. I'm building entrepreneurs because once I get done tattooing them the way I want to tattoo them, they can't get no regular job at some regular-ass place. They got to go start their own company. I wasn't just into doing a tattoo on him. I was into building his image, you know what I mean? When M comes to get a tattoo, he'll come in and we'll kick it and we'll just chop it up for a while. We'll just have conversations and talk and laugh and bullshit. Eventually we get into the tattoo conversation. I ask him, what do you want to see? And he goes, well, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that. And what I'll do is I'll bust out a piece of paper and a pen and I'll do a couple sketches. Good thing about him is he has an imagination. So he can see a rough pencil sketch and kind of understand, okay, when it hits my arm it's going to be heavily detailed and it's going to look like this. So eventually he'll agree on something. Once gives me the green light and he agrees on a tattoo, I'll take it the next step and I'll draw it on his arm. I first tattooed Eminem at my studio in 1999. He came in real quiet, came in with a D12, a couple of his partners, you know. The first tattoo I put on him was the mushroom tattoo, in memory of kind of, you know, his life story. You know, a lot goes behind that tattoo, pieces of his life, you know, mushrooms standing for imagination, standing for expansion of the mind, standing for the party lifestyle, you know. There's a woman's eye in the sky, you know, which represents the women in his life. There's a memory of his Uncle Ronnie, who passed away, someone that meant a lot to him. And when I'm picking someone's brain to get a tattoo, I ask them, you know, what's not going to change, what's something traditional, what's something that means a lot to you that you want to say, you know. And he thought about it, and he came up with his, you know, family member, his uncle.
This is Ron Polkinghorn.
Well, life's hard, bud.
I told him that was a good idea because, you know, it's making a dedication to someone, you know what I mean? It's an unselfish act. And memory part was the end of that, of a life, you know what I'm saying? So it was interesting to see him get such a big tattoo. It changed his whole look. He went from having scattered small tattoos to actually having a quarter sleeve, you know what I mean? A big piece of work that was heavily shaded and a man's tattoo, you know what I'm saying? Done by a man. M's a character, man, you know? We wanted to put Slip Me had like a little scar, you know, I think it was from something else, you know, and he just thought it would be sick to put Slip Me, you know? He probably thinks about it now like, man, you know, my daughter's growing up and but you know, his lyrics are so crazy, you know what I mean? You don't really have to worry about it. For him, it was huge for a rock star like that, you know what I mean? Dedicating to your crew, you know, and he put the D12. I put that on top of both of his forearms, you know? He did it big, you know, did big letters and chiseled out. Eventually, he came to make another dedication, which was for his daughter. So now he was more evened up. He had the D12, and he had two major pieces on his biceps that changed his whole look up. You know, he's a hardcore rapper and battle rapper, and now he has these tattoos to kind of mirror his life. It's funny, you know, it's like once I tattooed Eminem, people started to take notice. And they say, man, Cartoon, you're so lucky, you know, you get to do this tattoo. I go, yeah, I am, you know, it's an overnight success, you know, it took me 20 years.
Song's free. Are you with us, people? People are tired, still running scared. People are silenced, not wearing long hair. Freedom of speech, wanna leave planet E. What the hell do I care? Pick the president for me, I just wanna be free. In a democracy, don't wanna be labeled. No righteous concrete, don't wanna be angry. Hold a court in the street, just wanna be free. From your energy, think that's a pleasure, just made a crime. Political prisoners always do time. Lead me to the gallows, not gallows the wine. I swing by the neck and persecuted my kind. Just wanna be free. This society is not going wrong. Is it something I've seen? Don't wanna be angry. Is it anger you see? You're getting so mad. Just let us be free. Suits, pachucos, zapatistas, Slobodan, Novia, hunger pains, the face is so weak. It's too much to ask from you to earn something to eat. There are no government jobs for cattle people like me. Just wanna be free. Just stand up and tea. We just wanna be free. To choose what's right for me. Why do you wage wars? The whole culture in the street, leave my dogs alone. Or just put them to sleep. R.I.P. Could be free, leave my dogs alone. Or just put them to sleep, yeah, I'll cage them. Unraise them, unchain them. Or just put them to sleep. You would.
Kim is his mother reincarnated, which he is inadvertently married and divorced. And I think he's realized that, man. That's his mother all over again, man. And she's doing the same thing to Haley that Slim's mom, Marshall's mom, has done to him. It's the same exact thing, man. She was that female nurturer in his life. Whatever he wasn't getting from his mom, he got it from Kim. I know it sounds a little sick, but you know, he got it from Kim, and she was there for him. It just, when the money came in, it seemed like things changed, man. I can recall picking him up from his mother-in-law house, Kim's mom house, and times, man, we just, you know, they were like so in love, man. You know, but you never seen them like public display of affection, but it was just like, you know, at her mom's house. And he slept in the bottom bunk, and she slept in the top bunk. Actually, believe it or not, during the Slim Shady LP, man, he was homeless, man. He was homeless. He was staying with Kim's mom. He didn't have a place. His mom had sold the trailer that they had, and she sold that based off of his name. And she got, you know, X amount of dollars for that. So he was homeless, man, you know, so he stayed with her, stayed with the moms. Whereas at one point in time, he wasn't allowed to be over there. Now he's this triple platinum artist. Oh yeah, sure, you can stay in. We got a bunk for you. We'll keep the light on for you. I think they're emotionally attached for life because they've known each other since they were young kids, and it's one of those things. They've seen each other grow up from kids, and he came up during a time with Kim where he wasn't even allowed over to Kim's house, and they always told him he was a loser, you know, because he didn't finish high school. He flunked ninth grade twice. So everybody always had their foot on this guy's head. Tell him, you're gonna be nobody, you're gonna be nothing. You know, that's when the Marshall Mathers thing, you know, he was the guy that got picked on. And so as he started doing the rap thing, that really gave them more fuel to pick with this guy. Now, look where he's at now. All these people want to present proposals to him, and, you know, I think he's even bought his, from what I understand, he's bought his mother-in-law a house now, whereas before she didn't even want him in his house. You know, he talks about that on the song, so proved a lot of people wrong. Put it to you like this: Kim changed. She changed as Eminem grew larger. She changed. In the beginning, she was a sweetheart. She had a problem with sharing him with the world. I can recall her calling me one time and saying, "Nas, can you make sure that Marshall doesn't drink or smoke or take any drugs? He doesn't do that type of thing, and I don't want him to get sidetracked." But look at her now. I mean, I need to call her and tell her, remember that phone call you gave me? But you know, she didn't want to see him get caught up, but as he grew bigger, she had to deal with, you know, whatever she was dealing with back home. And she has the potential to be a nice person, man. I just haven't seen that side of her yet, you know, but she shoved me twice. I can't believe I let it happen the first time, but, you know, that's my boss's wife. And I told her, I said, look, man, tell your wife to keep her hands off me. I mean, she got mad at me because, you know, Eminem asked me to have her escorted off the bus during a dispute. And the dispute got real ugly. And with her being taller than he is, she's an overpowering woman, man. And she took her finger and pushed his head with her with her index finger. And he got mad. He never put his hands on her. He said, Kim, get your ass off the bus. I said, I'm not doing nothing. She reached around me. I'm standing, you know, I'm trying to be like a wall between them. She reaches around me and takes his head and smashes it into the tour bus mirror. And it just cracked spiderweb. So now he's fuming. So I said, Kim, you got to get off the bus and you got to go now. You know, she called us all, you know, kiss ups and all that other stuff. And that was the first time. Anytime she came around, man, it was a problem. It was always a problem, man. Always. Either she would go through people's stuff. If you had, you know, side mom, I gotta say this, but if you had any pornography on the bus, any videos or pictures of groupies, everybody had to send pictures home. Because when Kim came out, she was going through your stuff. You might not have known it, but she would rummage through everybody's stuff. And if she found anything that could possibly trail back to Eminem, even if it wasn't his, she would blame it on him. So that's what we were dealing with.
And he had an album release party in it one night, and it was really super. It was like we had an ice storm here or something. He had this party. And there wasn't too many people there. We get there, and his girlfriend's all drunk, you know, making a scene. They have to take her away. And they basically almost ruined his in-store. You know, every time he tried to do something or better himself, she was always there, you know, trying to shoot him down. And a lot of times she was very moody, you know, wouldn't let him do a lot of things and stuff. And like I said, whenever he'd have something big going on, she'd screw it up, you know, whether it be in stores or something or whatever, she had to have her say in or, you know, make her big scene. And, you know, like I said, she really almost screwed up his one release party because she was just belligerently drunk.
She will never quit cocaine. She'll never quit ecstasy. She'll never quit homosexuality. These things Kim will not quit. You know, he's never going to stop her from.
Matter of fact, I met the guy that beat him. The guy's name was Juice from Chicago. And from what everybody says that, you know, Eminem was robbed of that. And they said he didn't get it because he was white. So he was like the runner-up to this guy Juice. So when we went to Chicago on the first tour, Juice came out. And, you know, that was his time, Juice time, to try to get on with Slim and say, hey, man, you know, although I beat you, you know, why don't you put me on now? Slim was like, well, man, you know, it's out of my control, man. I can't do anything about that, man. You know, you're the better rapper. You know, so that's how he would toy with this guy, man. But for the most part, you know, they were cool, but he always said that he knew that he was robbed. It was one of those things where if I'd have been black, I would have won it. But since I wasn't, it was second best. But he went through a lot of MCs, man. He went through a lot of MCs. And that pretty much kind of like sparked the buzz out in California and on the underground, you know, as far as who is this kid? Who is this kid, Eminem?
I don't know when Eminem decided to use his body as a billboard or to broadcast his messages so viscerally that he would have them etched into his body. But I do know that they all speak to something that means a lot to him. You see D12 on him. That's his boys. Those are the other rappers, his friends from Detroit, who he's very close to. He has his daughter etched into his body. You know, that's when you make a commitment to somebody, and then you have it tattooed in your body. That's a real commitment. So I think that this is a way for him to show what's important to him. Most of the tattoos are visible. They're right in plain sight. There's a lot of folks who get tattoos that don't show unless you roll your sleeves all the way up to the shoulder. But he's not like that. He has the tattoo cut here on his wrist, and I think he's someone who knows what that feels like to say, if I could just open up my vein, I wouldn't have to worry about all these things. You know, the girlfriend bitching at me, trying to feed my kid, coming in late for work, having the boss yell at me again, having the car break down, not being able to pay the bills, not being able to get my career going the way I want to. And who knows, maybe that's just a reminder that he's thought about it, but he didn't do it. And maybe it's just ironic. I mean, he does have a sense of humor. Maybe that's his way of saying, you know, this is about as close to cutting my wrist as I want to get, is having a tattoo there.
The tattoo, actually I was with him when he got the one tattoo with the all-seeing eye with Kim. Basically, that tattoo represents that Kim is trying to be bigger than God, and she wants to know everything that's going on, and no matter what he does, she seems to find out. And so that's what's the tattoo, you know, the eye looking down upon him, and then the rotten pieces on his belly. I guess that occurred at a time when they had broke up. I can imagine that has something to do with Kim when Kim supposedly slit her wrist. That's the only thing I can think of, but I'm not up on that. Right, I'm not up on that one. He has a picture of Haley.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, right. Now all those are new. I don't know much about those.
You know what, if you could go over
The tattoo on his belly, Kim Rotten Pieces, basically tells about how he really feels about Kim. But if he wants the rotten pieces, he's still attached to him on his belly. That's just like the mental anguish that she takes him through, and that's how he really feels about it. But instead of him telling her that, he just labels it on his body for the world to see how he really feels about his ex-wife or baby's mother, or whatever you want to call it, on, off again. The D12 is the tattoo, which is of his group, that they all come up together during the time, you know, of the St. Andrews and all the hip hop shop, Ebony Showcase. And one of the things was whoever gets on first pulls the rest of the crew on. And all those guys had the D12. And it's also kind of like a reminder of one of the guys in the group that was killed prior to them getting the deal. He was ran over, you know, died. Bugs, his name was Bugs. So I think that's a tribute to him as well. The one with Haley, which is, I guess, is his newest one, just, you know, shows love of his daughter. You know, cartoon, the best cartoon, real cool guy. Does all of Cypress Hill, all those guys. After he eats his breakfast, he puts on his headphones. He studied the beats prior to whatever song he's going to be laying that day. He'll study that, and that's the moment that you don't bother him because he's in his zone. He doesn't want to be bothered. He's not taking no phone calls, anything. He'll go in the booth and he'll sit there and he'll write and he'll listen to it and he'll have the sounds just blaring. And it's pretty much like the same sample over and over and over until he get it completely written. Then from that point, he'll come down, sit next to the engineer on the mixing board and tell them pretty much what he wants. Sometimes even show them. He's actually thrown guys out because on the song Stand, I don't know if you remember on the song Stand with the writing, you hear the writing in the background, the writing was too loud and he kept telling the engineer to turn it down. The engineer didn't EQ it right, he fired him. Get out, man. You know, he's very sensitive about stuff like that. And with that, he's pretty much taking on his own production. For him, he truly can only feel that he can do his own beats. Even though Dre does a good job for him and has so in the past, but now he's getting more into himself. That's always been there. You know, he's surrounding himself with, his songs gotta have his feeling, like his lyrics are his words, but his beats gotta be like his blood that's flowing through the body, man. It's gotta be all, you know, from him. And it's like pretty much ceremonial where he's in there, man, and he goes to his zone. He probably record like 6 hours, take a break, order vegetarian Whoppers, you know, or Taco Bell, eat for a minute, go and play some video games, come back, and then we're knocking out the other 10 hours for the rest of the night. Well, like I said, everything he starts with is with drums, and he builds from there. If you notice on his songs, his drums are really his songs, as far as the complete beat. Everything else is secondary. As far as melody, the melodies come from the Bash Brothers, and then also from Dr. Dre. But when you see him work, man, it's like, I can't really compare it to anything. It's almost equivalent to if somebody was to sit there at the time when Elvis was working, and you hearing this song, you're like, man, this song is gonna be huge. And then look back in retrospect, it's like, man, I was there when they did that song. I remember how they EQ'd everything and how sensitive he was about it. And one of the things he would do after he record a song and mix it, he'd have to have it burned on a CD. And he'd take it out to a car. He would always have somebody there who had like the bumping sounds, and he would sit in there, roll up all the windows, put it on full blare, and he would listen to it. And if a tweeter or something was off, he would go in and tell the engineer, we're scrapping that whole mix. We're gonna do this whole thing over again. I've seen him scrap that song Stand about 7 times, man, until he got it perfect. He really laid his songs based on feel. Sometimes he would go in and lay a whole song down, and sometimes he would start off with the drums. He always did his hooks last. His hooks was always last, but the hooks had to coordinate with the beat. Usually by the time he heard his beat, he knew what his hook was gonna be, but he wanted to make sure that his rhymes were tight first.
Alibaba the Butcher. Down the hill. You tell them. See, the world don't owe you shit but what you take from it. Yo. So they gotta do what he gotta do. Mad bass. Yo.
We tell you motherfuckers run that, bump that, dump that, jump back, taking the ground, nigga, don't come back. You motherfuckers run that, want that, one way, one smack, breaking you down after we stack. Roll them up now, nigga, run that.
My parts, they pop off spray. And don't no pussy niggas get no pay. And all my people say it's run that. And we getting the cheddar forever. And we fold never. If y'all don't want no letting, I swear that y'all better run that.
My father, a new 9 and revolver, riding around with my sniper, with the eye, the tiger. I'm the rebel, the rider, the New Jeru, the Jersey, the fire. Fuck around and get left with a grape or a diaper, with a gauge or a rifle. Getting paid is the age and the cycle. People are right though the ghetto's a psycho. I like Joe and sip nitro and fight hoes. If we ain't chasing dreams, then we out chasing them white folks for the right though.
We might go berserk and wanna fight though. And all of my niggas hot toast. You don't wanna play my side close, we networking. The non-spark, the shotty park, and the text work. That's why they all hating second, but they respect first. We about our ones black. My niggas walking around this bitch and everyone's strapped. You know that gun clap. We heard y'all niggas getting breaded, man, we want that. We gon' find out where you bump at and make you run that.
Bump that, dump that, jump back, taking the ground, nigga, don't come back. You motherfuckers run that, want that, one way, one smack, breaking you down after we stack. Roll them up now, nigga, run that.
My parts, they pop off spray. And don't no pussy niggas get no pay. And all my people say it's run that. And we getting the cheddar forever. And we fold never. If y'all don't want no letting, I swear that y'all better run that.
Awkward, hope for audiences listening with undivided attention, positioning antenna in. Shots spiral through your skin and suck your oxygen. Options to live is dim, it's hard to master symptoms. Hymns, rhythm that screams to ask why as you die. Nigga, system the pain at your casket holding cries. Flames fry to justify where the hell begins. To the end, keep niggas running zigzagging when we spark.
With a pint, a beat for rhyming a beat. I bring them to the ground in the street, the drum of the beat. I walk inside the mind of a beast. Mind state, violence no peace. Y'all niggas best to find your peace. Snitches giving down to police. Y'all never see it down in our streets. Ecstasy and bombing them leak. We push it to the profit is sweet. Pull up on your block in the Jeep. Run that or out with the heat. Move wrong, I'm wishing he would. Tools long and sticking for good. Pitching around and still in the hood. It leaves the town that ain't got a wood. Run that.
Bump that, dump that, jump back, taking the ground, nigga, don't come back. You motherfuckers run that, want that, one way, one smack, breaking you down after we stack. Roll them up now, nigga, run that.
My parts, they pop off spray. And don't no pussy niggas get no pay. And all my people say it's run that. And we getting the cheddar forever. And we fold never. If y'all don't want no letting, I swear that y'all better
Niggas
run
hustling on my
that.
block, I let them rock all day. Cause that cash coming right towards my way. When my niggas tell them run that, rappers taking up too much space. So I get straight when I'm up in they face. I tell them motherfuckers run that. For drama with the toes in the armor. My notion is nah, yo. Tell your bitch don't start no drama over the Dolce & Gabbana. Be cool, watch it too, you be fine, ho. The 9 blows, or bullets will be coming like a rhino.
I underwent abundance of smoke, lungs sponged in. I lunged out vengeance, strays munched on the innocent. Severe punishment, your punisher, punctured in, punching in your structure. Strap a pistol uncovered, knuckles conference on release. With clients agree, beneath this third piece is reasons for relief. Breathe breaths, I breathe as niggas bleed from the body. Oddly, it seems there's no return policy. This is OGology.
Run that, bump that, dump that, jump back, taking the ground, nigga, don't come back. You motherfuckers run that, want that, one way, one smack, breaking you down after we stack. Roll them up now, nigga, run that.
My parts, they pop off spray. And don't no pussy niggas get no pay. And all my people say it's run that. And we getting the cheddar forever. And we fold never. If y'all don't want no letting, I swear that y'all better run that.
And the alternative, he states that the story is phony and a reasonable person would think it's baloney. The courts must always balance the rights of a defendant and one placed in a false light. If the plaintiff presents no question of fact, to dismiss is the only exceptional act. If the language used is anything but pleasing, it must be highly objectionable to a person of defense. Yet when Belly actually spoke to the press, what do you think that he didn't address? Those false light charges that so disturbed, prompted from Belly, not a single word, so highly objectionable it could not be. Belly was happy to hear his name on a CD. Belly also admitted he was a bully in youth, which makes what Marshall said substantially the truth. This doctrine is a fist is well done. Mr. Belly complains that his rap is trash, so he's seeking composition in the form of cash. Belly think he's entitled to some monetary gain, cause Eminem used his name in vain. Eminem says Belly used to throw him around, beat him up in the john, shove his face in the ground. Eminem contends that his rap is protected by the rights guaranteed by the First Amendment. Eminem maintains that his story is true and that Belly beat him down black and blue. In the alternate, he states that the story is phony and a reasonable person would think is baloney. The courts must always balance the rights of a defendant and one place in the false light. If the plaintiff presents no question of act, to dismiss is the only acceptable act. If the language uses anything but pleasing, it must be highly objectionable to a person of reason, even if objectionable and causing offense. Self is the first line of defense. Yet when Belly actually spoke to the press, what do you think he didn't address? Those false lights charges that so disturbed, prompted from Belly, not a single word, so highly objectionable it could be. Belly was happy to hear his name on a CD. Belly also admitted he was a bully in youth, which made what Marshall said substantially true. This doctrine is defense well known and renders Belly case substantially blown. There's lyrics and stories that no one could take as fact. They're an exaggeration of a childish act. Any reasonable person could see that the lyric could only be hyperbole. It was there for the court's ultimate position, is Eminem's entitled to some of every disposition.
I see you, just fine. See, I got my wings and the gates are open. So take time to the ride.
just fine. See, I got my wings and the gates are open, so take time to ride, 'cause I'm holding it down and the gates are open.
For what's said behind you. Some folks stare with a blind view. I ain't flossy every day, but put it down when it's time to. Start with the heart, the streets seem shitty. Tell me I don't help the hood to get a key to the city. Just a G on gritty, grizzy grind is in me. Doing me from my dickies to my 59 50s. In fact, my impact gives 10 smacks. The 10 flat, the pins pack, the pimps back. With him past the 10 black. 'Cause if they walk over tough, then they ass gon' limp back. New Jeru, baby, how we do, baby. I do me, baby, you do you, baby. Despite you, fight you, divide you, try you. So me is what I do.
What I do simply for me, not to impress you. No use. I do what I do simply for me. You should do the same for you. You better do the same.
Time to cast the conundrum. Big heads, the bunions. Catch who's lunching. We hunting for function. Show something bumping. Darling, you dumpling. Barbecues munching. Job clock punched in. Pounding me, there's bigger matters. With all the shit that happens, they know a hit can happen. They see the victim packed in. For the party people, haters hardly equal. Talking like they hardly need to. Trying to lead a party peaceful. Do what I do, B.I.B.I. And I dress like I one handling B.I. like D.I. Walk my walk in, drink smoke stank. Some laugh in the back while I laugh to the bank. I'll beat you like you stole, son. At an old function. Wanna know, son? Let me hold, son. Who are you when you try me? So you do you while I do me.
I do what I do simply for me, not to impress you. No use. I do what I do simply for me. You should do the same for you. You better do the same.
Wanna know, little son, why you rub up on me? Seen you once before, knew I see you again one day. Asked could we talk, you said nothing look one way. Was it 'cause I'm in a hoop, not a Maybach or Humvee? You still birdie, you heard me. Now you hawking me at bogeys here on Lipstick Thursday. See how I do, wanted you to say hi to. Ig me off twice, what a way to say hi, boo. Now I'm looking on Dapper, you say that's that rapper. Your girl caught you staring, you tripped twice to tap her. Look at her, brother, off the hook undercover. Lesson of the day, don't judge a book by its cover. Come get it, changing the game, we with it. The name of the game, get it. Now we exchanging digits. Who are you when you try me? So you do you while I do me.
I do what I do simply for me, not to impress you. No use. I do what I do simply for me. You should do the same for you. You better do the same. I do what I do simply for me, not to impress you. No use. I do what I do simply for me. You should do the same for you.
ransom. Did research and we search the rebirth, my handwork is handsome. We ain't around and you know where the danger. When Alibaba the banger, my banger need anger management. Not a coho papa da dandada. I'm near you, not these punk ass police in the rear view. We don't fear you. I'm humping, not hating. It's the stuff that you bump in the basement. Nothing from nothing is nothing, so nothing is Nathan. NJ to LADI's what we say. OG to GIG'd up the G-way. Play what the streets want, hey Mr. DJ. Play what the streets want at the end, give us a replay. Being treacherous, rigorous. Check these nigga nuts. Smoke no cigarettes, ignorant and niggerish. You got knocked off, you got shot up, you got locked off, you got laid off. They got the radar. Show me now, they can hold you down. Nothing can hold me down. We get up to break shit down. Jersey, the grounds of L-Town. Keep your head up. Nothing can hold me down. Nothing can hold me down. Now we get up to break shit down. Jersey, the grounds of L-Town. Now nothing can hold me down. Adapt to environments and violence explode and know there's a strict code of silence. My mode, my hoes exposed, inspires pimps. Shows and flows could bring Hove out of retirement. Smoke from the Glock, I'm the pop to your lot. I'm the dope of the block, I'm the coke of the crop. Got a release from the label, like it or not. Said niggas sign on the line or get dropped by the dot. Never get the best of us, text the bus. Went out with my set, I clutch and get ambidextrous. Take a name, the Dundada, the boss is ready. From the flame of Alibaba, the name of the lost machete. I'll be honored to stomp your squad, that's a swamp for ya. Dance and dodge, make an entree from your entourage. I'm hot, a Sagittarius. Since pop, there's no more beef. These rappers are vegetarian. Nothing can hold me down. We get up to break shit down. Jersey, the grounds of L-Town. Keep your head up. Nothing can hold me down. Nothing can hold me down. Now we get up to break shit down. Jersey, the grounds of L-Town. Now nothing can hold me down. God first, ass last, my worst rap cash. Yo bitches hush hush, I finagle her fluff. We bustin' K's, bustin' checks after the first and second verse. They thinking, how the fuck he coming next? I jam like Kittles in Kenya. I dunk hard. I can make jewels out of a junkyard. A general, New Jerusalem, the hoodlum, OGologist pooling them. Shame what we do to them. NJ to LADI's what we say. OG to GIG'd up the G-way. Street sweeper, street pump, pass me the AK. Street sweeper, street pump, they screaming Mayday. That's how we all be, ghetto like yard weed. Rock, rap, and R&B, I'm ranking on all three. The same bass, the same ratchet, same trigger. We all born different, just trained to be the same nigga. Be original, nothing can hold me down. Now, you get up to break shit down. Jersey, the grounds of L-Town. Keep your